Now, the rest of the story.
Oh, good evening, everybody. We're on our way home, but somebody needs time to finish that so mommy doesn't know that she got it. So we're taking the long way home. Yeah. And I figured, what the hey, you guys are probably a little interested to know what the crops look like, and by not having to go way deep down through the corn, the plants themselves are actually pretty stinking healthy. I gotta stay within earshot of her, but we ended up getting the rain gauge only says 1/10. I'm right here, sweetie. Oh, she's watching the bugs. We only got like a tenth of an inch of rain in the rain gauge, but we actually had water standing this morning, so I'm not really entirely sure if it was just a really, really variable rainstorm. But the plants themselves, I mean, for being the 1st of September, let's just... What's the matter? You okay? Somebody's ready. I didn't have a bottle for her, so that's what we're dealing with. She's kind of crumpy. But the ears, overall, I mean, they're healthy. They look nice. I mean, not seeing too many doubles inside the field. And this field, 16 around was pretty common. I mean, here's your stereotypical sucker ear, where you got this guy that there's nothing there. I'm right here, babe. And then you got the actual ear itself. But we've made plenty of comments here lately where it wasn't all that many years ago where we never saw plants this healthy this time of the year. And, well, what do you think? I need to grab one and get back to where she can see me. I think somebody hasn't exactly had much for sleep today. And this is eye level with me, which is really wicked. I'm coming. Oops. Ugh. Walking through the cornfield like that is part of the reason why I get caught walking around wearing sweatshirts at the end of August, because that corn, those leaves are pretty sharp. And for the most part, got some bug damage. But this year, for not having really huge ears, isn't the end of the world, because there's a lot of plants here. There's a lot of stalks. So theoretically, you're looking at smaller ears, which means a smaller ear to potentially drag the plant down, because we had issues in the past of, wind damage. I think everybody knows that. Oof. Well, if you're done with it, then get rid of it. Oh, no, she ain't done with it. About the length of your hand is what we're looking at here. But the amount of plants that are on this farm more than makes up for what seem like average years. And growing wise, for August, we've had cool nights, like low 60s, high 50s, which the high 50s part in August is a bit extreme for, the plant being able to cool off at night, and then we're still getting up into like the low 80s during the day. For the most part, I'm being told that that's perfect. That's exactly what you want as far as, optimal, ears. And once again, we're looking at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 around, and we are starting to dent, which is fine. I mean, yeah, I'd expect to at this time of the game. Approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. But here's the thing. I'm only counting till there for 30. And I started, I see you, I didn't start until there. So 16 by 30 is a pretty healthy average when you're looking at, well, a over 30,000 plants to the acre. I don't really get too excited doing yield counts, but kernel depth, I want to look at that real quick. As far as the kernels go, I'm definitely filling out good. What do they say, even at this point in the game, 40% of your yield is yet to be determined up till it black layers. So I mean, the kernel is having plenty of time to fill out and add weight is definitely going to help your yield. And we're looking at a pretty healthy year this year. The only problem is, and I'm not complaining about having a good year or a couple of good years, even with the wind damage we've been having, is then you get burned. You get used to seeing these awesome numbers, and you're going to have a year where you're looking at subpar averages. Because I've already been told with that the planter upgrade kit, you can expect XYZ amount of bushels across the board, just being able to have every plant evenly spaced and at the appropriate depth. And I've already been told is don't use this year as a floor average yield, because even running our planter the way it is, our stand is still very acceptable. And I mean, we have a crop out there. I'm not even worried about that at this point. I'm not. I think we're gradually starting to tick over to, is it going to dry down soon enough to where we can start getting the stuff hauled out? Because in light of everything going on in the world, getting, your basis is finally starting to drop a little bit to where you're not getting burned overly terrible when you're trying to get your crops hauled out and sent to the elevator in season. So I don't know, I just like coming out and looking at the crops. I don't even like necessarily pulling the ears. I am very much a small town farmer, where I like driving around and just driving through the fields and looking at how nice the crops look. Driving the four-wheeler through the crops every day, once a day, around a bunch of the farms, and just being able to be happy with what you have to work for. Waterway, this is one of the many waterways we have to make for this year. This has already been made once, and there's going to be enough here that I'll probably get about 8 or 9 bales off this again. And then we are planning on going through and making the last of our cutting the next few days. Ryan is going to go out and cut tomorrow. I'll probably be cutting the next day, and if everything goes according to the way we've got it figured, we'll be baling by the end of the week, hauling it in, try to get as much stored inside as we can, and then we'll still have the valley the 3rd or 4th week of September. I don't want to wait till October, but I gotta give the valley as much time to grow as I can, because quantity is definitely important down there. It's not so much for cow feed at this point, because I do have my second cutting that I got off there. Not all of it, but a third of it that we produced for second cut is being kept for cow feed. So all that does is make me that much more concerned about making sure that third cut is able to produce as much as it can, because that's primarily going to be sent down the road and have wheels put underneath it. So that's on my mind there. Both disc binds are ready to go, both balers have been ready to go. A lot of it is just going through and greasing the tractors again and making sure they're ready to run, because August is a slow month for the most part. We've been making fence and working on equipment. The combine has been a pretty big deal here lately. The combine itself has been gone through. I got a few thises and that's to do on the combine and the cab for the most part. And then the bean head has gone through. The corn head, we got to pull that out yet and go through it, and we're changing out the rolls to chain rolls. And then hopefully we go through and we get all of Dad's and Ryan's hay made this week, 1st week of September, and then they'll be done. Then we'll have another 2 weeks approximately to do the corn head. Hopefully next week. We're probably going to be doing the planter next week. I mean, going through and rebuilding that. and upgrading it, whatever. And we're going to be looking directly at harvest here probably a lot sooner than any of us really care to. It's great. I enjoy harvest, but you know, there's never enough time in the summer. Is that right, Riri? Yeah. Well, she's got her sucker gone, so I guess it's safe to go home now. Yeah. So, all right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We got going more field work here. I'm trying to start posting regularly again, but a week off certainly didn't hurt us at all. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys want to be involved in the harvest action and the harvest videos, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is very important. It keeps the channel from going stagnant. And I have every intention of having the camera with me in the tractor this fall, hauling grain, cutting corn stalks, in the combine, combining beans and corn, and I'm going to try to do my stereotypical run of, you know, tractor videos, tractor time with Travis. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.